Right, full-time whistle has just blown at the G, and what a game. Immediate thoughts following the whistle. I will admit I've been out with the boys all day. A lot of the game is a bit of a blur. Just caught up in the emotion, in the occasion, in an unbelievable stadium. And first thing I want to say is fair play to the WALLAbies. And in fact, a guy that I met earlier you were in hopscotch earlier, weren't you, fella?
We were in hopscotch. Oh, unfortunately we were, yeah.
I don't want to rub it in. Your boys did amazingly well. How are you feeling?
I'm not lie. Up until that last minute, I was thinking, this is it. This is what dreams are made of. Exactly what we're after. Let's make it a decider in Sydney. The boys have done everything they needed to do, and then that last fucking play just cooked us.
What do you think of the last play?
Look, you know, the Lions...
That's rugby, isn't it? Lovely dive.
That's rugby.
Lovely dive by Carl Tizzano.
You know what? At the end of the day, I would have done the same. I would have sold it better than Carlo, if I'm honest. You could have done better, Carlo. That's the danger. No, I love you. I didn't know. But, yeah, no, you know...
Oh, you just did it. You were like, yeah, nah.
No. What do you want, brother? But, no, I think the Lions... Look, we were expecting a tough gig. I think we did so much better than people were thinking. We should have won that. At the end of the day, we should have won that game. And
yeah, scrum. Yeah, hey, look, I'm an Englishman, so I know can't scrum, can't win. It's cost England in World Cup semi-finals, World Cup finals. Your scrum lost you the match.
Look, at the end of the day, I've said it from the start. I think James said about loving to death. Big bastion of Australian rugby, but he's borderline 40 years old. Let's just get Angus Bell, one of the best props in the world. Start him. Why wouldn't you?
Well,
on the other side.
Oh, Taniela.
Why not?
Yeah, mate.
What are we doing with this?
Hard luck, brother. Hard luck. Go well. See you in hopscotch. Right, so... Yeah, I do feel for the WALLAbies. They absolutely poured everything in, and Harry Wilson has just done his man of the match chat, and he looked absolutely raw, devastated. Hi, what's your name?
Edwina.
Hi, how are you feeling?
Oh, we're a bit gutted. Yeah. Good game though, nice close game, but yeah, we're a bit sad.
Good, well done.
Yeah.
Are you locals?
Congratulations.
Yeah, Sydney.
Sydney.
Her husband's an ex-Wallaby. He's playing next week in the WALLAbies versus the...
Oh, in the Legends game?
The Classics game, yes.
Who's your husband?
Goodness me.
Sam Payne is his name.
Never heard of him. No, I'm joking. That's awesome. Have a lovely night. Let's deal with the ending at the start. I was joking about the dive from Carl Tizzano, but I'm not really joking. I don't blame him. And I'd love to know, probably every Australian thought that was an illegal hit. That was a perfect clear out. Well played, Jack Morgan. And I love the fact that all the Lions players went over and celebrated with him following the game. So yeah, I've got people coming to hello, sorry, hi. You all right?
Mate, I'm very well. Can I just say, I love your work, you do great stuff. JB's a bit of a knobber.
Oh, great, thank you. Hiya, how you doing? How'd you feel?
We're great. We're the whole way from Ireland, and this is the best experience ever at a rugby game in the world. Awesome. Thank you for having us.
Oh man, well that try, what was it? Tyg Burns' try was made in Ireland, wasn't it? Bundyaki with the break, James Lowe with the offload, and then Tyg Burns finishing it off. Some of the boys though, I like Hugo Keenan. It was nice him getting the try at the end because I thought he had a bit of a stinker.
But you know what? We had to move the big guy out to the wing to make it all happen because he was fit to carry 3 boys across the line and score. That's what really saved the game.
Great atmosphere. This place is unreal.
It's unbelievable. 92,000 people here.
Yeah. Wow.
You couldn't believe it.
Have a great evening, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Appreciate it. So just taking stock a little bit. Yeah, so I'm really pleased for Jack Morgan that the players are just coming around. I'll come and show you. Yeah, really pleased that last try wasn't chalked off. That would have been a joke. And you don't want a game to end on something that contentious. That was just a rugby incident, first and foremost. There's the boys. They have won a series victory. I'll turn it around so you can see. Honestly, this stadium is unreal. It's just a coliseum. So steep. 90-odd thousand people. It's brilliant. So yeah, I thought it was a really good show of determination from the Lions. The bench made the difference in the end, but it was not a good first half performance. And the WALLAbies, you have to say, Will Skelton, Rob Valentini, kind of have to question those selections not being there last week. But with them being there now, it just added a level of physicality. Australia were winning the collisions. The Lions had another sluggish, slow start. Tom Liner put them 6-0 up. Sheehan doing Sheehan things on the touchline with a try. Then James Slipper getting one of his own. Tommy Freeman with the yellow card. There they are. See if we can get you a little bit closer. Mac Hansen, has he got a bit of a hobble on him? I was just trying to see how fit he was. Sione Tuipolotti's got a big grin on his face. Hopefully he's back next week. Andrew Porter with an Ireland flag. Sia Red out in force. They all look very, very happy with themselves. James Lowe with his kids. Oh, lovely touch. Lovely touch. Yeah, so it was 23-17 at half-time, and Australia were 23 points to 5 up. An 18-point lead. And generally speaking, you'd say a team that has that much of a lead should go on and win a game of international rugby. There were Lions players that did not have good days at the office in the first half. Finn Russell, his kicking was not great, tactically not great. Hugo Keenan had a howler. Hugh Jones. So this is my perspective from in the ground. Remember, I haven't seen any commentary. I don't know what anyone said online. It's just my perspective here. I might be wrong when I watch the game back again. And the Lions just were not winning collisions. When they did finally manage to get some territory, and that was they were giving away soft penalties as well. Mario Itoje was guilty of giving away a couple. So kind of big players not having big performances. But when the power did come on, what's the booze about? I'm trying to understand. Oh, is that Shoe? Oh, it's yeah, I should have known. Pierre Schumann. Yeah, 23 points to 5 up. You'd back your team to win, wouldn't you? But the bench that the Lions have got, because they've got the squad they've got, Australia do not have the depth. Will Skelton was absolutely blowing out of his backside after 47 minutes when he eventually went off. And the power did come on. Bundyaki with a lovely break, Low with the offload, Tadhg with the try. The Wallabies got the first 3 points of the second half, and then that was it for them for the second half. And the pressure eventually told. A 79th minute winner when it looked like the Lions were conspiring not to actually win the game. Oh, it's class. Thoroughly enjoyed it. What a day. I really like Melbourne. It could do with being a few degrees warmer, if I'm honest. But absolutely class. And Harry Wilson played his heart out. Fraser McWright when he was on. Rob Valentini. Langy Gleeson when he came on. Tom Wright, oh my goodness me, how could I not talk about him? So there were some struggles in the Lions back three. Tom Wright and Max Jorgensen. I don't know who got man of the match. No idea who got man. Do you know what, that's a lovely touch? Owen Farrell with his kid. Fist bumping. Hands in the air. Do you know what, nice to see Owen Farrell with a smile on his face. And the crowd appreciating him, his little kid. Hey! His kid's getting a big cheer. Little up and unders from Faz to his kid. Oh! Awesome. Awesome. Good lad. Everyone needs a pantomime villain. And he doesn't mind being it. He's got a big grin on his face. And he is a Lions series victor once again. That man was the only person in the Lions squad who'd won a Lions series before. Now, all of them have. So Sydney is for the whitewash, or for pride if you're a Wallaby. And speaking of Wallabies, I got one here. How are you feeling, Lewis?
I feel like we chucked that away.
Yep.
Defence was probably questionable from our side.
Second half, yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, a hell of a test match.
Yeah, awesome test match.
Yeah.
Scrum.
Scrum, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think it's a shame that it did not win on. Well, we didn't get the win over the line to make next week a bit more interesting, but yeah, not too bad.
What a ground. I know you're a man from New South Wales, not Victoria, but this place is pretty special.
No, it sucks. Absolutely sucks.
It's awesome. Right, thank you very much for watching. If you appreciate the content on the channel, and again, this is at the end of a long day. This is when I've watched the game without the benefit of commentary or anything else. So there will be stuff I've missed. So I'll be back on the channel with more soon. Player ratings, that kind of thing. Give the video a thumbs up, hit subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.